I have never made this much bread at a time, so this was a very new experience for me, and I have a massive amount of respect for these bakers that pump out dozens of loaves. This was exhausting, but well worth it, obviously. I used baker's percentages to figure out how much of each ingredient I needed for these 6 loaves, so I'll put those details in the caption below if you're interested. Also, I forgot to film all the stretch and folds, but I did do them. Before I dump the dough out, I'm gonna mist some water to prevent any sticking to the wood. The bulk fermentation on these took 4.5 hours, which I realize is a very short amount of time, and it actually shocked me a little bit, but my dough was 75 degrees, but I did use 26% starter in this recipe, which is more than normal, and I also did a 1-hour fermentolase. Those two things really sped up the bulk fermentation time, actually a bit more than I was expecting for that dough temperature, but when the dough was ready, it's ready, and I also did the aliquot method, and it passed that too. There they all are. I'm only gonna let them rest for about 20 minutes because it's very humid outside. As many of you already know, I am obsessed with wood pulp bannetons. They are my favorite style, and I wanted to make sure that all of these loaves that I made for my kids' teachers did their cold proof in there. It dries out the surface of the dough, which makes it very easy to score, and it also gets like a nice crispy crackly crust. I just love them. For all of the batard shape loaves, I did a single caddy clasp. It's just quick and efficient. It's my favorite shaping method. And for the bowl style loaves, I did a double caddy clasp and then turned it back onto my work surface to get more of an even round shape, just doing like that pre-shaping motion, and then flipped it back into the bannetons. I ran out of bowl cover, so I ended up using these vegetable bags from the grocery store. And that's how I made 6 loaves of bread plus a little baby one for my kids' teachers. All right, we gotta get all these in the fridge.
And Mom.
Mom, I'm gonna take one of these tonight. All right, it's 3 a.m. Here we go with our first batch. That's good. All right, the first 3 are done, and yes, I am making these in our garage because our kitchen's being renovated. All right, it's 4:10 a.m. The second batch is in. Second round. All right, these are going back in the oven. Here's the 3rd round, and I have 1 more loaf to do. Last one. Okay, I'm going back to bed for an hour. What killed me about giving away these loaves is I couldn't know what the crumb looked like. I wish that I knew, because I always want to check if my bulk fermentation was right, but I don't think these teachers care. God bless teachers.